Welcome to RelyLocal Frederick Business Radio Spotlight. For the next 30 minutes, you will hear fast-paced interviews, unique perspectives, and valuable insight from real people who believe that empowering local business is everybody's business. This show is about the backbone of America, small businesses right here in and around the communities where we live, work, and play. And now, your host, Caressa Flannery, brings you RelyLocal Frederick's Business Radio Spotlight.
Well, hello out there. This is Caressa Flannery, the host of the RelyLocal Business Spotlight. And I'm sure a lot of folks out there are wondering, what is RelyLocal? Well, a healthy community depends on a healthy economy, and both completely depend on the local businesses out there in Frederick. Simply put, more money spent with local businesses stays here, about 68%, where much less money spent with national chains stays in the area, only about 14%. And money spent online, well, that simply leaves us forever. To us at RelyLocal, supporting local businesses doesn't stop with the economy. It's all about creating a stable and vibrant community. Frederick businesses create jobs, the tax revenue for schools, parks, and roads, while offering diversity in the marketplace with unique products and services that you can't find in the big box stores or chain restaurants. And not to mention, these local businesses are owned by the very people who sponsor our Little Leagues. They donate to our local charities and volunteer for and sponsor our community events. They give back to the community in countless ways. You rely on them, but can they rely on you to support them? Did you know that every dollar you spend with a Frederick business stimulates our local economy? And you don't have to break the piggy bank to support locally. Refocusing just $20 of your current spending towards local businesses instead of online, national, or big box merchants can have a major impact in the community. And folks, today we are talking with some local business owners who we're going to be talking about real estate and the all-important title insurance that goes into real estate. I have in the studio with me today Amy Fleming and Renee Flannery, both of Creekside Title. And I do want to say, Renee and I are not related, as far as I know. We both have the same last name, right? Very exciting. So, ladies, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Great to have you. First of all, what we'd like to do is we like people out there listening to get to know, the folks that we have in the studio, the faces behind these local businesses. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you both got started in the real estate title services industry, and just give us some tidbits on how you came to own Creekside.
Okay, I'll go first. I pretty much grew up in Frederick, went to high school in Frederick, graduated, went off to Frederick Community College, got a degree there as a paralegal. Decided I wanted to go for a little bit more education after that.
You wanted to be a lawyer, potentially?
Well, I think that was originally in my thoughts, but I wasn't sure if I would be able to continue with the schooling that it required.
Right.
So something in the legal field is what piqued my interest. So I started off with that associate's degree as a paralegal, then decided from there I would transfer to Frostburg State University, and I got a degree in justice studies, which is kind of a combination political science and sociology degree.
Okay.
I wasn't really sure what I was going to do when I graduated. I graduated from there and went to work for a title company at a friend.
You got the bug at that point, didn't you?
Well, I had a friend that worked for a title company in Rockville, actually, and said, why don't you just come as a summer job? So what intended to be just a summer job actually turned into my career.
That's very exciting. Well, and so many people, that's how it happens. You end up working just an odd job here and there, and you're like, maybe I can do this.
Right. And then once you get started and you gain that experience, you kind of stick with it, and it's what you know. And,
exactly. So, well, Amy, what about you?
Yeah, same kind of thing with me. I started actually working at a bank, and that was my college job. I went to Western Maryland College. I refuse to call it McDaniel.
Exactly. I think
I was the last graduating class from Western Maryland College, but I worked full time while I was going to college at a bank, and one of the clients that I actually brought in was a title company, and they kind of pulled me away from the banking industry after I graduated. And started literally on the bottom floor. It was a title company in the basement of their house.
Wow.
And I knew nothing about title, and they pretty much taught me everything from there. And I actually went from the basement of their house in Mount Airy and moved to Marietta, Georgia for a year to set up another satellite office of the title company. So that was an experience within itself. I was 23 years old at the time.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, where am I going?
Yeah. So that was fun. And then, came back to Maryland. And
so how did you two meet?
At our last title company in Frederick.
At the last title company that you
we worked together there for about 3 years or so. We worked really well together. We found that we really played off of each other's strengths and weaknesses very well, and figured it would be a good match.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where I'm weak, she's strong.
When did you open, Creekside Title?
We opened Creekside in April of 2012.
Okay, so you haven't been in business very long, and you guys just decided that you work well together, and you've got some similar talents, and you decided to get the entrepreneurial bug, right?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, our chemistry is really good. Like I said, what I'm weak at, she seems to be strong at, and I think vice versa. And we can just play off of each other's strengths, and it's really
well.
It
sounds to me like you have the legal aspects and you have the financial aspects because of the previous positions that you had. I would imagine that would be a good blend for a title company.
Yes, and we both had the very well-rounded experiences having worked for other title companies. For me, it's been about 20 years of different title companies. And we just know every aspect of it from beginning to end of the process. And whereas some people just, know a particular part of the process, we've both had experience.
That makes it fabulous, I would imagine, for your clients too.
Yeah.
Just to have, so well-rounded, knowledgeable people to be able to deal with, to uncover all the...
It really does help. Yeah, we don't have
pitfalls and things like that.
We don't have to put somebody on hold to ask somebody else in that department. We're pretty confident.
Exactly. Great. Okay, so give us a little bit of an idea of the title process. I mean, let's get into, a little bit now on what is title insurance? What is this whole title industry all about?
Well, insurance is insurance. It protects either the buyer or the bank is who we're insuring. And in the case of the buyer, we're ensuring that, when they're buying a property, that they have clear ownership of that property, that nobody can come and that
nobody had a claim to it prior to, and so forth.
Correct.
Okay.
And then in the bank's instance, we're ensuring that they have first lien position against the property, where if, again, something were to happen, that somebody challenged the ownership to the property, or, worst case scenario, the borrower goes into foreclosure, we're ensuring the bank that they're first in line to get the money from that sale of the property.
Gotcha. Okay. And as far as the services that you provide, do you want to go into, are there any additional types of things that you bring to the table?
Well, the natural function is a title agency. So we are an agent of First American Title Insurance. So we function, like Amy said, issuing title insurance policies. But there's so much more involved in that. We, review the title, we examine the title, we clear anything
up. The title, that's the fun part.
If there's an unreleased lien out there, we have to clear it up prior to closing.
Gotcha.
We get the seller's payoffs of current mortgages or liens that are against the property. Just basically gather all the information necessary to complete the closing.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to go to a break, so we're going to carry on with this subject matter when we get back from the break. But folks from Gettysburg to Brunswick and Hagerstown to Mount Airy, may the source be with you. This is Caressa Flannery. We'll be right back.
All the cheering and excitement from the game has died down. Fans begin to head out to their cars while the players and coaches head back into the locker rooms. That's because it's Valley Grill time. The Valley Grill is the perfect place to take the whole family after the big game. With over 20 HD TVs and a full-range menu, Valley Grill has everything you need to keep the party going all night. Celebrate with a specialty pizza like barbecue chicken and a milkshake. Satisfy your post-game hunger with Nachos Supreme, or sink your teeth into a French dip sandwich. For the sports fan and family alike, Valley Grill has it all. Located at the Hollow Creek Golf Course in Middletown. Meet us at the Valley Grill. The Valley Grill is a proud sponsor of Middletown Knights Athletic.
Hi, I'm Betsy Day, President of the Community Foundation of Frederick County. Have you thought about establishing a gift through your estate to provide scholarships or grants? Since 1986, thousands of donors have enlisted the Community Foundation to bring their charitable dreams to reality and create legacies that will enrich the quality of life in Frederick County for future generations. You don't have to choose between family and community. With the many options offered by the Community Foundation, you can do both. I'd love to talk with you. There's no obligation. Just call 301-695-7660. Again, 301-695-7660. Or visit us on the web at frederickcountygives.org.
Image means personality, and businesses, like people, have personalities. The right advertising can make or break you in the marketplace. Wetchko Signs has what it takes to help you develop that winning image. Call them at 301-378-2216. That number again is 301-378-2216.
All right, this is Caressa, and we are back with Renee Flannery and Amy Fleming of Creekside Title. They are two gals that just started their business about a year and a half ago, and they are just amazing out there in the title industry, right, girls?
That's right. Yeah. We like to think so.
I think it's great. You know, women-owned businesses, we rock,
That's
right?
right.
That's absolutely right.
We got to stay strong and continue to build our businesses. Well, you know, we were talking before the break. We were discussing the fact, you know, some of the services that you do, and you know, big thing with title insurance is that you have to make sure that there's no liens on properties, and you got to clear the title and so forth. What's the situation with new construction? I guess you don't have to, like, if somebody's buying a new home, it wasn't previously owned, so basically it's just free and clear, right?
Well,
so it's an
not
easy
exactly.
process?
Not exactly. No, because
okay.
you know, there's still land to consider. Someone has owned that land, so typically, you know, 60 years.
See, this is a question. I did not know this.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that, and we get that a lot when we talk to people about title insurance. You know, they say, well, this property's been in my family for years. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But there are a lot of things that could come up with title, what they call in the industry hidden risks. Mm-hmm. You know, a clerk could have misindexed a deed or, you know, put something under someone else's name. So if you're typically going over the courthouse and you're searching under names and they indexed it improperly, you wouldn't find it when you do a title search. Right. Things like that. Forged documents. Someone brings someone to a previous closing or previous transaction that isn't a rightful owner of the property. They sign off that they are.
and
they forge someone else's name. And, you know, you're just typically looking at, as a title examiner, you don't know if it's forged or not. You don't know if that's their signature. So,
so you gals are kind of like investigators in a way.
We have to do a lot of
investigating.
investigating.
Cool.
Yes.
It is, and it's fun.
Cool and creepy in a lot of ways, but it's
that's what makes it interesting, because
Yeah,
it seems
it does.
like we're
It
just
makes it
doing the
very
same thing
interesting.
over and over again, but every case is different.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what keeps it
and you
exciting.
also get to tap into a lot of history, I would imagine, too, because some of the older properties, you know, they probably have had many owners, and I guess you got to go far back sometimes.
So
to
go back
to
into
clear
the land
that out.
records. We've been in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
When it's this
Where there
crazy
everything's
cursive
handwritten.
documents that we
Yeah.
have to blow up and say, okay,
What
does
does
that
that
actually say? The cursive is crazy.
That's I would imagine. So, what additional services? I think you all wanted to talk about some additional things that you provide through Creekside.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the main ones is the convenience of actually closing your loan. We do have an office, obviously, that we can do closings at, but that's not necessarily convenient for everybody, especially being located in downtown Frederick. A lot of people don't like to parallel park or do anything like that. So we can come to your home to do a closing.
Oh.
We can go to your office. We can go to your mortgage company, to your realtor. I mean, wherever is convenient for you.
So you do on-premise and off-premise
After
services
hours,
as far-
during hours, I mean,
Wow.
if somebody doesn't get off work till 5, no problem. We can be there at 6.
That's
we really
good to know.
work around
I would
everybody's
imagine
schedule.
for a lot of people that would be a really great.
Yeah, we get that a lot when
tidbit.
we talk to people about scheduling closing, and we offer to them, well, we can actually come to where you are, and you don't have to take off for work. And we do get a lot of, really, I've never heard of that, or I've never had anyone offer that to me.
I
Then
don't
they always
believe I
ask,
have
is there an
either.
extra fee for that? No, there's no extra fee for that.
Yeah, so I mean that's amazing. That's definitely something that sets you guys apart, and that was going to be my next question anyway. You know, what sets you apart from the competitors out there? And you know, I know that there's some tidbits that you want to share.
Sure. Oh, well, I mean, first off, we want to mention that it is the buyer's choice or the borrower's choice to select which title company that you work with. You know, usually your lenders may recommend a couple of people that they work with, same with your realtor, but it is your choice. So we want to encourage everyone to really shop around, because every title company charges different rates, and some places charge a lot of money and some places don't charge. So you really want to get the best price, and I think that's very important. But, you know, just other things about ourselves. I mean, we just feel like we do offer the best services at a very competitive price. I think that we're probably one of the...
So
I don't want to use the word
rates,
cheapest one, because I don't want to say anything bad
well, you're
about it.
always going to have those people that have to shop around, I would imagine.
Right.
And, you know, the thing is, if they look at the package, the total package, you know, what you bring to the table, you know, you've got, maybe it would be a lower rate, or maybe it's a moderate rate, but you also have the convenience of being able to do it at any time during the day, you know, or at their location or yours.
Yeah, exactly. We want to make it as
And
convenient.
not only that, you know, you're letting them know that they have a choice in making that decision. So I think that's...
Well, we feel
important.
really strongly, too, about not nickel and diming people, not charging for services that we don't actually provide.
Yeah.
You know, some of our competitors will charge for things that what in our industry we would call junk fees. Just fees that are kind of what they considered standard fees, but not on every case does it apply. So we do a lot as far as document preparation.
Right.
You know, for instance, someone at the last minute can't come to closing, they need a power of attorney. Well, that's something that we can quickly prepare, but we don't start charging additional to do that. Or preparing other
That's just
loan
fabulous.
documents.
That is fabulous for people to know.
So-
I mean, I remember, and I don't remember what the name of the document is, but I know just looking down the list going, what is that for? What is that for? You know, so many different fees that...
Exactly, and that's what we don't
Like-
want to junk up for people. And
Exactly.
you're probably referring to the HUD-1 settlement statement. And that just basically itemizes all the fees in connection with that transaction, whether it be a purchase or a refinance. We have a specific section there that's for title charges, and that's something we don't want to nickel and dime people on. We don't charge extra notary fees or any additional document preparation.
or even, you know, wire fees.
Or
We don't
wire
charge
fees,
that
you know.
because we're not charged that. So
Right.
why would
yeah,
we
so
charge
why would you pass
the
it on?
client?
Yeah,
Right.
that's great. Well, you know, it sounds to me that you guys are very upfront, and you know, your honesty is going to be the thing that
Exactly.
a
The
lot of
honesty
people are
is
going to
very
appreciate.
important to us, yes.
Yes, very much so. I mean, I appreciate that in doing business with people too, so I'm sure others would. Now, you mentioned earlier that your office is downtown, your current office. So why is it that you picked downtown versus, you know, some other location?
I live in Frederick. We've both worked in Frederick.
Actually, you know what? Let me stop you. We're
okay.
getting ready to go to another break. Can you believe it? It's just flying by. And then we'll get into why you moved to the
Okay.
downtown area
Oh, great.
when we come
Thank
back.
you.
I just want to let everybody know before we head to the break that RelyLocal Frederick is on Facebook, so please go and like us, as well as the Source Radio Network, 1450 AM. You can find them on Facebook as well. And the folks I have in the studio, Creekside Title, they also have a Facebook page, and all of us would appreciate new fans. Yee-hee. All right, so we'll be right back.
Providing quality professional pet care services since 1999, Happy Paws is the #1 in-home pet care services in the Frederick County region. From house sitting to taking care of your pet while you're away, walking your dog while you're working, or caring for a pet with special needs. Happy Paws is bonded and insured through Pet Sitters International. You can have that special peace of mind knowing that your pets are safe, loved, cared for, and happy by our experienced and professional sitters. From an exhaustive detailed pet intake interview up to a personal online detailed report on each visit to your home and your pets, Happy Paws will make you feel like you left your treasured pets with a trusted family member no matter where you are. Happy Paws, your full-service pet sitting company. Call them today at 301-471-7719. That's 301-471-7719. Or check out their website at happypawsfrederick.com. Happy Paws, quality professional in-home care for your pet.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Browning of Dunrate Plumbing and Heating. Our team is committed to providing you with round-the-clock, fast, experienced plumbing and heating service. Dunrate Plumbing and Heating is located in Frederick, Maryland, and is an authorized Lennox dealer representative. Receive up to $2,500 in rebates and tax credits on the purchase of a qualifying Lennox home comfort system. The offer is good until November 29th. Call me today at 301-696-8852. That's 301-696-8852, and we'll provide you with superior customer service at affordable prices. That's Dunrate Plumbing and Heating when you're tired of done wrong.
Use a little for the dishes. Fix that leak. Water saving technique. You can do it. Yes, you can.
All right, it's Caressa Flannery, and we are back. And I just wanted to let the folks out there know that we hope that more and more local businesses take part in becoming a member of RelyLocal and all the services that we provide. And we are back with the gals from Creekside Title talking about all kinds of things in the title industry. And we started to talk about why you decided on an office location in downtown Frederick. So you want to share those thoughts? Mm-hmm.
Sure. Like I was saying, having lived and worked in Frederick, we both immediately knew that Frederick was the place that we want to be. Downtown Frederick is so appealing, charming.
It's very charming.
And it's won many awards.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's beautiful.
It is.
It's absolutely gorgeous. The Carroll Creek, I mean, that's what we did our logo after, was the walking bridge over Carroll Creek, just because it's beautiful.
Yes. I totally agree.
And that feeling
being
of
a native.
We're close to banks downtown. So many nice restaurants and great shopping, antiquing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean, in your industry, you've got the courthouse nearby. You've got lenders nearby. You've got professionals that are, I would imagine, ones you collaborate with.
Oh, absolutely. All within walking distance.
Yeah, which is great. And there's some on the outskirts too, but it's great to, be close by to some of the ones that could potentially help you.
Yeah. Well, and although some people perceive Frederick maybe as being an inconvenience, and as far as the downtown area parking wise, there are a lot of parking decks. We have a Carroll Creek parking deck is located right behind our building. It's not expensive to park. I think it's like $1 an hour or something like that.
Not at all. Especially if you're
closings usually take less than an hour.
Things,
so for $1, it's easy to park right behind our building.
Exactly.
Maybe a block, if that.
Exactly. Yeah. You could go through Settlement at the office and then go celebrate with a nice lunch or dinner or
go out for a happy hour afterward at one of the nice restaurants.
I think we've been to pretty much all of them, especially in our first couple months.
Yeah, it makes it great. Okay, so you all are located in Frederick, but I understand that you also, work within or outside the area basically too. So do you want to share a little bit about the areas?
We cover every county in the state of Maryland, and we are now just finally officially licensed in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So that's exciting. But we have
you have clients in Pennsylvania already?
We don't have clients in Pennsylvania, but we've had a lot of Maryland clients, a lot of Maryland mortgage lenders that have requested. We get that request every now and again. Do you do Pennsylvania?
Yeah, right.
So do you do other states nearby? So we decided we'd add it. We've had experience with Pennsylvania before, so it was a natural choice for us.
It just expands your reach a little bit further, and I'm sure you're going to start getting more and more
because you may have
clients
someone that lives in Maryland that owns property in another state nearby.
Home or an investment or anything like that.
Definitely. Okay, so I know that you all just in doing the title services and whatnot, you've done very well for yourselves already, but you do have aspirations, I think, for different seminars and things like that. You want to elaborate on any of that kind of stuff that you're thinking down the road in the future?
Yeah, we'd love to get involved in doing some homebuyer seminars, specifically for first-time homebuyers. A lot of people that have never owned a home before don't understand the process or know what it takes or involves. And that's something that we can team together with lenders or realtors and providing these little mini seminars to people that can come and learn about the process. And
just to be we really want to focus on being a resource to the community too.
Yes.
In any way that we can help them. And we want to start sponsoring other events in the community, working with local charities in the communities, I know we're a member of Frederick County Association of Realtors, and they do a lot of good events. Like we volunteer at the soup kitchens.
Well,
and
I
do
have some
stuff like
events that you can help.
Absolutely.
No, but you're absolutely right. I think one of the great things about the Frederick community is that so many businesses are willing to give back to nonprofits and community organizations that need, that support because they don't get the funding from other areas. So it's great not only for that purpose for the nonprofit or the community organization, but on your end, it's exposure, putting your name out there so people continue to see Creekside Title.
Right.
Exactly. We just want to exhibit that we are firmly planted here in the Frederick community, and we want to.
Right. Yeah, and any money that we put out, I think we want it to actually mean something and work for something, as opposed to just a flyer here and there. If we're going to sponsor something and put our money into it, I want there to be a good tangible benefit from it and want it to help people.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's so many of them in Frederick. That's the wonderful thing about it.
Oh yeah,
you have lots to choose from.
We walk by the United Way is right next to us, and the Federated Charities, and we walk right by there.
Yeah, that's great. And, I know just being in business a little over a year, basically year and a half, you're starting out, so you're trying to get your business up and running and getting, exposure and so forth. Those things will come. Down the road, and you will see that you'll get more and more exposure. So that's really great. And, folks in the community, they're going to learn more and more about your business, and they're going to want to support you as well. So that's great. All right. So I guess we're getting ready. We're getting kind of close to wrapping up here, but we want to, is there anything we haven't covered as far as the title industry is concerned and what you all provide or bring to the table?
Well, I think we just want to let everybody know that we do want to be a resource to the community. We want to be available to members of the community to help out in any way we can. Oftentimes we do even get calls from people we've dealt with in the past just asking questions, and even if we're not directly involved in a transaction, we're always willing to help. Even if the transaction's occurring somewhere else, we're still willing to provide any assistance that we can, and
that's great.
We're always available. I mean, by whether we're not in the office or not, we access our emails and provide our cell phone numbers. And day or night we're available.
To tell everybody about all your contact information. Anyway, before we end the segment here, we want to just how do people get in touch with Creekside Title and you ladies?
Well, one way I'd like to say is that we have a website set up. It's www.creeksidetitleLLC.com.
It's a long one.
We have some great resources on our website, as well as a system that people can get an instant quote. So you can go in and get a quote of fees if for some reason, you don't want to contact us or you can't contact us at any given time, then we can, it provides an instant quote of fees
and your phone number?
Resources.
301-732-5930.
Okay.
And email, we each have our personal email, amy@creeksidetitleLLC.com.
And Renee at creeksidetitleLLC.com. We also have a fax if people use that anymore.
I know, it's so dated, right?
That's 301-732-5932.
Okay, and then also you are on Facebook. So
Facebook
people
and
can connect with
LinkedIn.
you on there.
Absolutely.
And LinkedIn.
We are.
And ladies, it was wonderful to have you in the studio today and to learn more about your business.
Thank you
and
for
I wish
having
you
us.
the best of
Thank
luck
you so much
in,
for having us.
the expansion of your business and
Thank
beyond.
you, and congratulations to you on your third anniversary.
Yes, I know, 3-year anniversary. It's awesome. Yeah, so folks, that's a wrap. And just to let you know, the very next program is the Bobby Likas Car Clinic, and that is sponsored by Roddy Creek Automotive. This is Caressa Flannery, the host of the RelyLocal Business Spotlight. We'll talk to you next time.
Girls who try to look pretty. And if your dreams are on time, you can get to work by 9 and start your sleep and job to get your pay. If you ever get annoyed, look at me, I'm self-employed. I love to work at night.
Thanks for tuning in to RelyLocal Frederick's Business Radio Spotlight right here on AM 1450 The Source. Heard Saturdays at 1:30 p.m., RelyLocal Frederick's Business Radio Spotlight is a movement, a campaign to take us back to what makes America great. Businesses locally owned and operated by you and your neighbors. Thanks for spending your valuable time today with us.